when I graduated from law school, I had a chance to go to what was a brand new prosecution office. It was called the Office of the Special Prosecutor in New York State. It was an organization set up to investigate the criminal justice system, the judges, the lawyers, the cops, and all those in law enforcement. And it was as a result of some hearings in the early 1970s called the Knapp Commission, which was investigating allegations of misconduct that had been brought to their attention by a police officer named Frank Serpico. Serpico and others testified before the Knapp Commission that the entire New York City Police Department was corrupt. And so the governor of the state at the time, Nelson Rockefeller, decided he had to do something. So he thought he could do something good for himself and the Republican Party by appointing a special prosecutor named Maurice Najari. He assembled a small group of attorneys, 35 of us, 100 investigators who were there to investigate the system. And the newspapers ballyhooed us, and we were going to do such wonderful things. And for the first 2 years of our existence, we did, until we set our sights not simply on cops, but on judges, lawyers, politicians. And when the office indicted the New York State Democratic leader, our days were numbered. The new governor, Hugh Carey, came in and decided to fire Najari. We convinced the Attorney General of the state to give him another 6 months. And during that 6 months, we tried to go after everyone we thought there was evidence of corruption around their lives. We indicted 11 judges. And in the end, Najari was replaced and Carey appointed someone, and he began to tamp down on everything we were doing. He would dismiss cases. He would agree with the defense attorneys that the judges shouldn't be prosecuted on various cases. The investigations I was conducting, the new boss was very critical of. And yet, in each of the cases that I brought, they were convicted and their convictions were sustained by the appellate courts. But there came a point, even I had enough of that, and so I left. And I found out, to my dismay, that I had made so many enemies in the establishment, everybody who was in my office did, that I couldn't get a job in the establishment. And so I was left to go on my own and to pursue a career as a criminal defense attorney. I didn't know where to turn. I didn't know how to be a criminal defense attorney. But what I found out almost immediately was that my morals, which were considered pristine when I was a special prosecutor, were no longer considered that. Now I was considered to be like every other defense attorney, a skell, somebody who you couldn't really distinguish from his client. And that is part of a system.